Hello, everybody. We're going to paint this little guy today. And Chelsea's got a cute one, too. Let me go see if she's ready. Hello.
Oh. Hi, it's giving me that 18 plus warning, but I think it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
It seems to be fine.
It's fine. It's like, disconnect from Christine. I'm like, what? No.
Yeah, it did that to me too. Like, not this week, but last week, I think.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now that. Champagne hotel. I'm just going to get my water. All right.
I'm very excited to see how you do the wings. Hi, everybody.
Me as well. Just let everyone kind of come in here.
Yes. Tell me, how are things?
Well, I just went on a big deep dive about cicadas. Or cicadas. How do you say
it? I call them cicadas.
Cicadas. I think it's cicada in Australia, but anyway, did you know they don't actually hatch like they hatch in North America every 17 years? Isn't that crazy?
What do you mean? They don't do that in Australia?
No, apparently here they're just like annual.
Oh.
We just have them all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that you guys have them a lot, but like places like Alabama. Oh, hi, Johnny. Maybe Johnny knows down there. They'll do these like massive hatches, or they're taking over the whole state basically because they've had like a cicada hatch.
Yeah, I think there's
17
different
years.
breeds. So like
yes.
When it's like the 17-year one is over, there's another breed that pops up every summer. Like I have such, I don't want to say fond memories. Actually, they're kind of fond memories. Summer to me is listening to cicadas in the yard, like playing in the yard when I was a kid. I was always listening to them. So I have a fondness for them when I think of them. I don't want to touch them or hang out with them, but
I do like their noise. I do
love the noise of a cicada. Yeah. I think it's pretty cool.
It is cool. And I just found out, so I think everyone thinks they're like crickets and they rub their wings together, and that's actually not true. This is called, is it the typhon? I can't remember. But the bottom half of them, it's hollow. So it's actually like a rattle. Hey, Mel.
So what do they do? Wiggle their bodies and that body makes the noise?
Yeah, they basically essentially have like a drum at the bottom, almost like a rattle. So like when we're painting this, we're going to see it's almost like the bottom looks like a wasp, but it's hollow and it's hard. So you can actually like open their wings. I just watched 2 videos on them.
You're a better person than me. I did not do any research on mine. I just looked at one and tried to paint it. So,
well, I was just noticing how many different ones there were, and I was like, "Why are there so many?" I just wanted to figure out what was going on. So I kind of then watched a video. And so you're doing the praying mantis. Do you guys have those there?
I believe so, but I don't see them very often. So if we do, I'm not sure entirely where they hang or locate themselves, but. Yeah, no, I just think they're cool. I think they look so like weird and alien-like, and
they are cool.
Yeah. So,
yeah. Hi, Heidi. Right. Hi, Mel.
Hi, Vanessa.
Letting them all Heidi. Come in. We got Mel. We got Johnny. We got
Janster's here. Love Janster. Hi.
Someone's asking me something, but I don't think I understand what you're saying, so I'm just gonna ignore that. It's not relevant. Gioda's here. Okay, so we're gonna start sketching mine. So I actually think this time, you guys, this is an easy one. I tried to simplify today, so I think that we could get both done, but also you do you, people. You do you.
Yeah, like don't stress yourself out. Like if you can't get through the one, keep working on the one. Like, don't worry about what we're doing. This will be reposted on YouTube. You can go back and watch and paint along with us at your pace.
Someone just commented, you can order praying mantis eggs to hatch and release if you wanted to have them around. Really? That's cool.
Interesting.
I heard they're good luck if they land on you. One landed on me last year in Washington, in Spokane. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know why. I thought they were like tropical bugs, but apparently not. Okay.
Maybe because they're so bright.
Yeah, the one that landed on me in Spokane was actually brown, but still freaky, still alien and freaky. Yeah, I'm just gonna zoom into my sketch. So I'm basically just gonna go over my sketch. So we're going to leave the wings. We're not going to sketch the wings. I don't think we are. Maybe we will, but we're going to sketch it really lightly. So we're going to do this in 2 phases. We're going to get the body done. So he's kind of got a big square head. So I'm going to just draw over top of mine. And then I'll erase. So he's got a big square head, and then he's got kind of really wide set eyes that kind of go into the head like that. Really cute. This one's actually a bit like not right. That looks more like grasshopper eyes. Today I'm actually going to keep them within that square, if that makes sense to everyone. So it's got a little rectangle on top, and then he kind of looks like a wasp body. Like his body comes down and it goes into almost like a rattle, because that's where what is it called, that part? I can't remember what that rattle part's called, but basically halfway through the body, we're going to start striping kind of. This is where he makes that noise. But we can do that with paint. But I just wanted to say, so like doing this like skinny light bulb shape after the square, halfway through, we can start striping.
Tell me about what's going on here. Like, what is this? It looks
Oh yeah,
like
that's his head. So his head, it's a separate shape. So I even think we should paint that separate. So it's like a rectangle. And I did that after I rounded mine up, but you don't have to. You can keep it as a square. I just kind of did that after the fact. And then here is just patterns that I'm going to do that with paint. So let's ignore that. So kind of just do the little rectangle, light bulb shape coming down. And then he kind of almost has crab legs. Like this is actually pretty good. I think I got the legs pretty good here. He's got 6 legs. He's got 2 that start on that light bulb shape, and then 1 that come up. Actually, this one's maybe even better.
So you would say, as far as proportions go, the head is maybe what, 2/3 size of the body?
The head is like, I would say 1/3 of the body, and then the body's 2. Is that what you're saying?
Right. I was thinking like 2/3, and then like the 1/3 is about the size of the head. So.
Oh, the body. Yeah. Sorry, I thought you meant the head.
So this would be the 2/3. This would be about the 1/3, maybe, possibly.
Yeah. And it even goes down into almost a rattle shape at the bottom, so you can even do like a little, not a stinger.
And the eyeballs come off the top, right? Like they round over the edge. Is that right?
They do. This one I would say, whoops, I just dropped you guys. Sorry about that. This one I would say I went too far out. This is more grasshoppery. Today I'm going to kind of stay within the square, but you could definitely bulb out a little bit and definitely leave a big space for a highlight. Big white circle on your highlight. And then they have tiny antennas, which is cute. So that's another cute little feature. They have just like really short ones. But I will draw these arms with you because they're kind of like the crab. You have to go out, and then the top one looks like it's shrugging. So it's in 3 parts. So you go out and then straight and then shrug. Did that make sense to anyone?
Yep.
Out, straight, shrug. So out, it's like the crab. Straight and then kind of a little shrug. They're kind of shrugging. Pretty cute. And then, I mean, honestly, you guys can draw the legs however you want. But I did kind of think they were crab-like. Because they go out and in kind of. And then I start that first leg right where the neck is, like where the head attaches to the body. Go out straight and then shrug towards the body. And then the other one I would start just above where his rattle. It's not called a rattle. I'm gonna Google what it's called, but like that. Straight and then just a little curve in. We can do that with paint. We can do that with paint as well.
So this part here, I'm looking like in thirds. So I feel like the bottom of my guy should be a little bit longer and thinner.
Yeah, and like you can do a little rattle, like a little tail, like almost like a rattlesnake tail. It does kind of come to quite a point, like a wasp. It's kind of a waspy tail. Like it kind of comes down and it has stripes. Someone's asking me something.
Just so I make sure.
Probably the actual size of the bug in Australia. Yeah, it is. I'm not lying. That's about how big they are. So I got mine's pretty small. So should be a faster tutorial today.
Can I see the sketch again?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't have my wings on yet. And up here is just some patterns. They have kind of like, depending which country you're in, they have some pretty crazy patterns up here, but I'm going to simplify that for you guys. We're just going to do like 2 kind of elongated half C curves and then 1 here. But you can go crazy if you guys want a pattern and put polka dots or whatever, but I'm just going to do those 2.
Yes, B. This is the thorax, right? Right in here.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Well,
I
on
need to
any
Google the
bug, it's called
bottom.
the thorax, I believe.
Oh, okay. I really
Right?
want to figure out the cicada, what his rattle's called. So let me just bear with me because I
So
just
she's
read it.
saying it's the thorax. Like, so probably the rattle is the thorax. It's just a matter of what's going on inside that
Yeah.
potentially creates
Oh, I see. I see. Yeah.
that sound.
Oh, I'm in the wrong part.
Now you said it's going to take some drying time for this. Tell me more
Yeah, so we're
about
gonna get
that.
this first layer down, and then if everyone's who's painting with us today, because if anyone's doing this guy, we do need some white gouache. Sorry, Johnny, or white watercolor paint, because the wings are kind of see through, and then we're gonna go over top of the wings. So we're gonna do this first layer first, and then we'll add the wings once it's completely dry.
Okay.
This is actually these wings actually turned out better. That was my first set of wings, but I just don't like the shape of the bug as much. But the wings are good.
Does
Gonna
that
go
have a
over it with
smile
white.
on it? Does that bug have a smile on it?
I know, doesn't it look funny? I mean, it was supposed to just be like a dent in its head, but it looks like it's smiling.
It does. It does.
That was my first one. I was like, you're too cute. Let's do another one. So I kind of moved on to that one. He was pretty cute. But they do have like a couple little stripes on their head, but we don't have to get so detailed today. I was going to try to simplify. Hey, Lilith!
I'm watching this.
All right, I'm just lightening up my sketch here.
Yeah, let's lighten it up. And then we can do the patterns. We can do the stripes with paint. Like we don't have to get too crazy. But I will
Right.
show you how I
Hi,
did it.
Jamie.
I do have a system that I did. And someone, if everyone's going to paint with us, most cicadas that I saw, the ones that I was kind of using as a reference, were green and blue. But you could also do whatever colors you want. If you guys wanted to do like pink and brown or like whichever. But we're going to do some real wet on wet here with these stripes.
Okay.
Kind of stuff. So I'm actually going to lay down a yellow first, and then I'm going to go in with my stripes with a blue.
Okay.
Just because they are like, some of them are like lime green, like they're pretty tropical. They're pretty cool.
Interesting. Like the ones by you mean? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, and in South America. Yeah.
Okay.
In fact,
Tell
the
me
ones in
what
South
paints
America
you're
are
using
pretty.
today and what brushes you're using, just so
All
everybody.
right. I'm not. Oh, I guess I'm not going to get any violations. This happened yesterday when I started talking about my paints. But I'm kind of using a lot of different paints. I've got Phoenix. I've got Winsor Newton. My yellow is going to come from Phoenix, and then I'm going to use Indigo by Winsor Newton for my shadows.
Okay.
What are you using?
I'm using my Maiden paints today.
Nice. And I'm just going to grab my water. Fresh water, everyone. Who's painting with us? Fresh water.
I don't do fresh water, everyone. You get what you get.
Really? We are going to
No,
need
I mean
some
I
dirty
do.
water.
Like I've got my little tub of stuff here, but for the most part, I'm just not as precious about it. I don't care enough, I guess.
Well, the reason I kind of want fresh water today, mostly more than anything, is because the wings, we're going to use some dirty water. So we need to dirty our water for the wings. We need fresh water to start. You know what I mean? These wings we're going to do with some dirty water.
In your palette that you can just add water to, like
Yeah,
this
totally.
here. So this is like a purpley gray color. If I just add water to that, my water doesn't need to be fresh. It'll work. So
All right. Well,
do what you need to do, guys.
do you, but Chelsea uses fresh water. So
Correct.
I'm just going to quickly
Chelsea's bougie.
I'm a bit more bougie. Lighten this out. Who is doing the cicada with us, though?
Yes, raise your hand if you're painting with us.
Mel is cleaning her kitchen.
Love it. She was on earlier today. Hi, Alexis. Yes. We're doing buggy bugs.
Oh, good. Lilith is painting. Cool. Yeah, you could do some iridescent paint. I'm not going to, but you could do some iridescent paint for the wings after. Someone was asking.
Okay.
Show. I actually just got sent some iridescent paints that I haven't opened yet, so sorry.
I do know that you love bugs, Alexis.
Bug it up.
So we're doing cicadas.
Chris says that bugs are from Satan. Okay.
I mean, I don't entirely disagree with you. It depends on the bug. I like some bugs more than others. Like, I don't really like flies. I think flies are super annoying. And also, I don't like mosquitoes or little tiny pantry moths. Like, those are my least
or snake
favorite.
bugs. We're not into stink
Yeah,
bugs.
no, true. Also stink bugs. Thanks, Fuzz.
But
Appreciate
speaking of
you.
Satan, if you guys want to talk about that, if you want to talk about why I'm a little bit on edge at the moment, I just got swooped by a magpie, and so magpies go through this season when their eggs hatch or whatever, and they're protecting their nests, and they're super violent to the point where you have to wear like hats with googly eyes on them or stickers with eyes. You actually have to look the bird in the eye to stop it from swooping.
With your
And so if they
hat?
swoop you from the back, you have to put stickers like fake eyeballs on.
Oh my
Anyway, there's one at my daughter's school. And right when I got out of the car, the attendant came up to me and they're like, the magpie's right there. And it was on the corner of the school. It looked like the king of the school. And yeah, it swooped us. I was so scared because I was out with some friends last night and they were talking about the same magpie because he's doing this. And you know what they said to me? They're like, it'll be over soon. I'm like,
Oh my God.
this is just a small season. I'm like, yeah, but it clipped to my husband's ear. Those are from Satan. I do not like magpies. Evil. Okay. Let's
Deblisa
start.
is doing dishes again. Ward is getting ready for a market day, but is watching.
Oh, fun.
Good for you, Ward.
Yay. Oh, Heidi is painting with us. Johnny, are you doing this Cicada? I hope you are. Let's start with yellow.
Yep.
So
Whole
lemon
thing?
yellow, cadmium yellow. I would go lemon. Let's go bright. And
Whole
let's
thing?
just do our whole thing. Yeah. I mean, I might leave my eyes out. But other than that, let's do the whole thing. You're not grocery shopping? What? Okay. Oh, Johnny's grocery shopping. Okay.
You're going in bright, huh?
I'm going in really bright. The ones that I've kind of been looking at are like those bright lime green, you know? I'm going in pretty bright here. I'm leaving in the eyes. Leaving the eyes. And then I'm going to go over it with a little bit of cobalt. And I'm just going to start kind of getting in there with some of my, oops, where did my cobalt go? Into my shadows. Like, so putting a shadow right where that neck attaches. And then that halfway down the body, thorax or whatever, let's start doing some lines. Oh, that's kind of better.
Thank you, Fuzz. Thanks, everybody, for the love and hearts. Please feel free to keep clicking.
Click it up. Oh, yeah, I'm going to add a bit of lime green now to his head. We're just doing lots of wet on wet. Lime green, yellow, bit of blue. And then we can add the wings after. So right now he's just going to kind of look like a wingless wasp. Thanks, Alexis. Kendra's here.
Hi, Kendra.
And then let's pull out like what we did with the crab. Let's grab some blue on our brush and we're going to pull out his arms. So we're going to go out, away from the bug, go straight, and then shrug. Did anyone get that? I'm going to put this closer. Oh, that's as close as it goes? Really? Really, people? No.
All right, you said what kind of blue did you say?
I'm using cobalt.
Okay.
You could use a phyllo.
Maybe another time, honey.
Let's go out and then straight and then shrug. I just think they look like they're shrugging. So cute. Sassy hands, that's right. Sassy hands. And then right where his neck connects here, we're going to start that second arm and we go away from the body. We go straight and then coming in towards the body. And I like kind of using the blue against the yellow because now it's just going to bleed for me and look naturally green. So that's just what I'm doing. If you guys want to do different colors, you just go for it. That's just kind of what I'm doing.
I had a big bleed over here on this side. So
Ooh, I like that bleed. I think that's a good bleed. I think it's good. And then halfway down, let's say like right where our stripes kind of start. Let's start that third leg on that side. Whoops. Third leg. Are you guys watching? I can hear something.
My daughter's watching something on YouTube. Something about fish, vampire fish. And then speaking of bugs, my son was like watching a whole bunch of stuff about bed bugs. And my husband's like, what are you watching?
Ew, I don't like that.
I know. And I'm like, and he's like, it's very informative. He's like, I need to know about these things. I'm like, okay.
Actually, we just got an update from the school. There might be lice. So I'm freaking out because I've never had kids at school with lice before.
It's normal. It happens all the time. They'll be fine. Even if they
my daughter's
have
hair is
something, it's
crazy
fine. It'll
though.
fix itself quickly enough.
Really, have your
They
cats had
like
lice?
clean scalps, unfortunately. Thanks, 27.
They like clean scalps.
Yes.
Okay, well we're pretty feral, so maybe they want to attack my kids. My kids are like, we don't want to shower more than once a week. I'm like, you're gross. You need to start showering more. Especially here because we go in the ocean and they have salt. I think that's what it is. They go in the ocean and they're like, we don't need a shower. I'm like, that's not really the same.
No, that is not the same.
But everyone here thinks it is. But
Yeah, Ward agrees with me. They love clean hair. So if your feral children keep their scalps a little extra scrubby, you might be fine.
yeah, I'm going to leave this pattern up here for actual wet on dry. And I'm going to leave my wings for wet on dry. But if you guys want, you can start adding some shadow into his legs. So I'm just going to grab some indigo and just kind of wear those legs come together.
I feel like I went in too dark on my legs.
Really?
I don't know.
Oh, just blend them out. Just make them thicker, blend them out a bit. I'm just adding a little bit like in their joints for that extra shadow.
Yeah, I'm just going in with like, you said indigo, right? Because that's kind of what I'm doing.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to pull quite a bit of indigo like under his neck because I do want this to look separate. Like his head's quite prominent, that big square head. Ew, there's a David Shannon book called Bugs in My Hair that everyone should read. Thanks, kindergarten teacher. I feel like I'm trying to just like ignore and disassociate from this, but I should probably read the email.
Mm-hmm.
I was out with some other parents last night and they're like, did you just see the email? I'm like, da, 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 da.
Oh, Ward said my girls got them at the same time. Long, clean hair. Oh.
I'm going to add like a tiny little stinger. Oh, you got a little, it's just like a little C curve on the end of mine.
Can you move it so I can see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know it looks funny now and it'll look a lot better once we get our wings on, but.
So not to like
my
hijack our
eyes.
post, but did anybody, I know you probably don't, does anybody pay attention to the football game yesterday, the Bills football game yesterday? It was bonkers, that game. That game was bonkers. Like we were up until almost midnight last night watching all the post coverage because the Bills game last night was against the Ravens. And literally they were down by like,
I don't know anything.
Baltimore Ravens. They were down by like 15 points with 4 minutes left to go in the game, and they won the game. Like, I don't know how they won the game, but it was bazonkers wild. And and obviously we live in Buffalo, so for us it was like, how did they just win this game? Like, potentially one of the most memorable opening games of the NFL season ever.
I was gonna say I didn't even know it was on. Like it started. It just
started. And they had a game in Brazil on the weekend. Not the Bills, but like there was an NFL game in Brazil over the weekend.
Why was it in Brazil?
Because they're trying to like branch out to, I think, other countries.
Really?
Yeah. They've had them in London and all that kind of stuff too.
Ew, Kendra, my brother brought her home from vacation last year. Are you guys still talking about lice? Sorry, I've missed.
I'm guessing. Yeah,
Ew.
probably.
Okay, we're gonna leave the eyes. We're gonna leave that pattern. Again, if anyone's painting a cicada, definitely need white paint for this one, or white gouache, or white watercolor, just for the wings, because the wings are kind of translucent, same word, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So I think I'm ready. I think I'm done my first whole layer.
Okay.
How's it feel? How you doing?
Yours gives off such a vibe of being kind of hairy. It's kind of cool, actually. I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty.
You want it to be, but
yeah, I'm pretty happy with my wet on that one. That's pretty bleedy.
Yeah.
Bleedy. But yeah, we got room to do some patterns here on this big spot of yellow, which will go in with some like green patterning, and then we'll add in the eyes, and then we'll add those wings at the very, very end.
Okay.
Ew, you guys are still talking about lice. I'm just trying to
Mine looks
disassociate.
very, these are not colors I usually paint with, so I'm enjoying this for sure. All right. Ready to let this dry? Is that the plan?
Yeah. Let it dry. I'm ready. Let's move a little cicada.
So while we're letting that dry, if you're still working on your cicada, keep working. It's totally fine. We're going to sketch this little guy.
Oh my God.
Um,
I'm scared.
yes. So I'm gonna start with the branch because I know you freaked out last week on me about not starting with something for it to stand on, but
I don't even remember what we painted last week. Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
the possum and the
I was
opossum.
so sick. Okay, right. Okay. Yep.
Yes, what I want to do first is this is actually like my first layer. I did this before we came on.
Oh,
Hi, Pink
nice.
Palette. What I want to do is just identify the shapes over the top so you guys know what I'm doing. I'm not worried about this being precious. I just wanted to get the shape down again. So when I started, I really started with the head and then went down in my illustration. So like the head's kind of like, so it starts off as kind of a circle. I'm just going to draw over it so you guys can see. If you want to draw with me, you can. But then it's got like a pointy little nose on the bottom, like that. And then it's got these big bulgy eyes that come off the side, like that. And I'm going to go and sketch it again, but I just want you to see the shapes in a darker tone as I go. And then I put in the antenna right away as a sketch point because they're pretty tall and large. And then
How big is that piece of paper you use? I'm just trying
this
to get your
is
proportions.
I want to say it's a 6x9 or a 5x7, I want to say.
Okay.
But anyways, those are the main shapes for the face, okay? Then what I did was I actually did the legs over the top of the body after I sketched. So basically you need that long, like, it's almost kind of like the cicada body where you're going in and you're making that long, without the
Thorax.
point, right? But the thorax, right? And then it's got like this extra like thorax underneath here. And this is where all the legs and all of the underneath action is really going to pop, especially when we get into like kind of creating the under parts of him,
Mm-hmm.
which can get a little complicated. So I just want you to see like the main body parts first as I go in and sketch, because that's what I'm going to kind of lean into. I'm really going to make this first. So little head with the pointy nose, the two eyes, this part of the body and this part of the body. I have no fancy terminology for any of this. I just know it's a praying mantis and I'm here to help you make what I made. So
Okay, and it's just to confirm, these guys have 6 legs, including those weird arms,
yes. So
right?
up
There's
here we've
6,
got the
right?
weird like, so these are the weird arm shapes, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to kind of have this like curvy little thing where the bottom of the feet kind of stick out here. And then we're going to have another one here, but it's tucked. So you're just going to see the side of it. This is the main one here. And all the little spiky parts are going to be underneath where that front leg is. And it's going to pull, like if you're looking here, it pulls like an arm, like up the side
Okay.
of the body
Bicep.
like that. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
So
Mo
you
has a
got like
video
2.
of a mantis in my garden. I love that, Mo. So like think of like a muscle, like you've got your arm and then your elbow is here and then your hand is coming up. And then imagine you have like ribbons coming off your hands. Like that's kind of like they fall down kind of like ribbons.
Okay, so you have 2 arms there, and they're just like tucked behind each other,
Yeah.
huh?
So it's like really the one arm and then this one's kind of hiding. I know it's a little complicated, but I just basically drew this from looking at an image and I'm like, I can do this. The part underneath the arm, this is where the two legs kind of spread out. So basically when I sketched it, I did this and this. Kind of like
Those look like
two
balls.
little,
Those
I
look
want
like
to say
balls.
balls. They look like
They look like
balls.
ball.
I know.
Okay, so you sketch that, and that's the start of his leg, huh?
And that's the start of his like his middle legs because he has back legs too. So this here kind of pops up real high here and here. So it's like here are the thighs, here are the like the leg parts that kind of stick up real high, and then they pop down like this.
Okay, I think I did my bottom part of my bug a bit too short, so it's quite long, that bottom part, right, with his butt. Does he have a stinger? What is that thing?
What part?
Like the bottom of it, like he has wings on the back, right? I just think I
I
did
don't
my
have any wings in this. I did not do any wings on this one.
No, I just
So
mean they do have wings, right?
I think so. I believe they do, but I didn't do anything with wings. The body was hard enough.
Yeah. I just
So
think that bottom section that says wing, like that pointy on his
yeah,
butt.
I
That
think it's
his
tucked
wings
behind. Like
folded.
I think it's tucked back in here, but I'm not going to get real complicated on it. And then we will be separating out some of these main hunks and pieces, but then there's really like one leg popping up over the back end, and then again scoops down to here. So that's kind of the deal. I'm going to
1,
redraw
2,
this. This is
3,
just me
1.
walking through it with you guys first. And you can put him on anything you want. So if you want to put him on a branch, you can put him on a branch. If you don't want to do anything, if you don't want to put him on anything, it's totally fine. If you want to put him on, a banana, I don't care. Put him on top of whatever you want. I'm going to focus just on him right now. And then if you guys have any questions as we go, that's totally fine. Does everyone see where I'm going to go with this as I'm sketching? I'll talk through it again to make sure everybody understands as we're going through. Peak Palette says, I've been taking my artist through a lot of abstract and background watercolor painting. Ooh, I'm not great at backgrounds, that's for sure. Peak Palette says, this is the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. So this bottom part is probably the thorax, and the abdomen has got to be here, right? I'm guessing that they got that from their class.
And what's happening in the eyes? They're little like highlight
They're
or little pupil?
teeny tiny little specks in the eyes. So like right here, yes, just like that.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So I'm going to sketch it out again.
I'm going to get a snap.
Do it. I'm going to
think
sketch
I've got
this
my
out
sketch.
again, and I'm going to lean into the face first because I want the face to be about 2/3 up into the page. So I'm just going to go in here, and then I'm going to give it a nose. So the nose is kind of pointy, like kind of points down a little bit, like that. I'm going to put the big eyes over here on the side. I'm going to zoom this in so you guys can see it a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and make my antenna just like this. Okay. You can make that nose as pointy as you want. That's up to you. Okay. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do this body. This is like that big long little circle, like I don't want to say circle, obviously not a circle, but we've got that big long little body on it. This is where you kind of have, I'm guessing this is called the abdomen, and then the thorax will be the bottom part of this, and it's the longest part of the bug. It's bigger than this part, so I would kind of come all the way down here. We're going to lean over it a little bit more. I want to make sure I'm not running out of space though, and pull this up here. So there is your head, your abdomen or whatever we call it, and then I'm guessing the bottom is the thorax.
Ooh, Kendra has a Lego praying mantis.
Do you really? Cool. That is
I've never seen that one. My son would like that. Oh my god, the AI. So I just want everyone to know what TikTok labeled our tutorial. They labeled it lice management and removal techniques. That's what's happening in my chat. Lice.
All right, well, that's fine.
You know what? We could maybe do a lice bug.
Did you give your bug a mouth already? Is that a mouth on him?
No. Does he have a mouth?
It looks like it a little bit, but no, I see it's the nose. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and work on these arms. So I'm going to come down kind of over here. It goes pretty much, so this part of the body, it comes almost down to the bottom of it. So I'm going to bring this down probably. It starts actually like right here. It doesn't even start under the nose. It starts very close to it. And then it kind of curls up this way. Like that. And then as I pull this up here, the other arm is kind of tucked over this way. I call it an arm. I know it's not an arm.
It does look like a bicep. It does kind of
it does.
Like he's flexing a bit.
Yep. And then this top part, the part where the I'm going to keep calling it an arm, curls, is the thin part. This is the thick part. This is the thin. And so as I'm pulling this up here, it's pretty thin. And this is where the teeth, and not that they're teeth, but the jaggedy parts that they use to rip the heads off of their mates or whatever, that's where that's going to be. And I'm not going to draw that in. I'm just going to paint that in with some brush strokes. Yeah. The abdomen is like a bean and the thorax is like a grain or a rice shape. Interesting. I don't know that I captured that exactly, but that's okay. And then basically tucked behind, as you can see here, I kind of have this like coming over here this way. And you can go down as, you can go down real far. You can go down right next to it. This tucks back here, and then we're going to work under the assumption that the other part of this arm is this part here. I'm just going to erase some of this inside part, though, if you don't mind.
Yeah, my stress right now is his crotch, so I need to look at your legs again. Like, it looks like he's kind of flashing people, but
Yeah,
just
I
put
know.
his legs.
It is
I think I
kind
just
of
put
like
his legs.
flashing people. All right, so I'm going to take this part here, and I'm going to start with his leg. It does kind of look like he's flashing people. We're going to pull up this leg nice and high. It actually goes up pretty high, like this. There, and then pull down his leg, like that. But don't go down too far. You want the butt of this guy still much longer on the page.
Okay.
And this is much thinner than this part. And his little feet sometimes, like that's where like they kind of, not that he has feet, but you know what I'm saying? They attach a little bit. And then when you get to this side of the leg does the same thing. And because it's kind of bending, there's like almost like a shadow there that you want to kind of think of when you're working. I would kind of, actually, I'm going to look at this really quickly. I just want to make sure, maybe make this a little bit thicker. But as I'm going in, I'm going to basically do the same thing over on this side. So it comes down again right here. And then it pops. And what I did was when I came down with this part, I just pulled the leg up right away. And the leg goes pretty like straight up. It's not as far out, so it almost kind of goes like this. See how it's higher than this one? It's a little bit more bent.
Yep.
Like that. And so here's the thigh. Here's the part that kind of goes up. And then this is the thin part here. Like this is the thinner part of the leg. I'm trying to be super thorough with this, guys. I know it's a little bit more detailed, but I don't want to, people to get lost as I'm working on the sketch.
No, he has a lot of parts. He's got
does.
parts to him, this guy. It's not
He
as
does. I think this is the hardest part coming up is this leg is kind of tucked behind this one underneath. And so what I did here was I kind of want to say I'm going to make this a little bit thicker because I think it was a little bit more close this way. But what happens is they're actually really close together on the bottom of his body, that thorax part. And as it pops up, it's kind of right next to it underneath. So I'm going to kind of tuck this in and then in here, kind of under this leg, right in here. Okay. I'm going to go past this part and then I'm going to lift the leg up like this. And then it's going to pop up again like this one did, maybe a little bit wider out. And then it's going to come down here like that. So I'm going to zoom this out so you can see it. This part I had the hardest time kind of recreating because when I first painted this, like this was not sketched. This was entirely loosely painted because I just wanted to get the shapes and the brush strokes right. And then I knew
so that leg goes beyond his body. That back leg is actually going beyond the body. Okay, that's where I think I messed up here. So it kind of sticks out past the butt.
Correct.
Right? Yeah, okay.
Because the impression here is that the butt is kind of in the background. So even this here, this is kind of where, remember we were talking about like the wings being tucked in the back? There's kind of like this like covering back here where the wings might be. So I think about that being kind of on the back end the whole way up in the abdomen and in the thorax. But it's just kind of like, it's almost like a coat in the background. I know it's complicated. And then basically in here is where I added I tucked the other leg that he has, the one that kind of goes with this one. I actually snuck it in back here. Do you see it? It's tucked back in there. So when I put the branch underneath, which I'm going to do that right now, I'm going to actually have the branch kind of hit right here under this leg. And then
what's going on with my first leg here? I think, can you see yours again?
Just want to make sure this actually goes underneath here, and then here as well. And so as I am building up this branch, whatever it looks like, it doesn't matter. Again, you could do a banana. It does not matter. You don't have to even do anything. I just like having something for the guy to put his
I think it
feet
helps
on.
with the perspective of
Yeah.
the legs for him to be sitting on something, whether that's
Yeah.
a apple or a rock or
Kind of like
whatever.
that. Yep. And I would
Okay.
just keep the feet simple. Like, don't worry about adding, all the details in the feet. This one's kind of there. And then this one will have this kind of pop in back there so that you know it's there and you don't need to work on the detail on that one. I probably should have done this on hot press because the cold press, it kind of, with all of the erasing and stuff, it kind of holds the graphite in the grooves of the paper, which is not ideal, but yours looks great.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening so much with I think that this leg, like for some reason, it seems to be really close. Oh, maybe you've tucked your top arms in more. I feel like it's hitting that arm, but whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe this needs to go tuck in a bit more. I just feel like it's hitting that arm. Maybe more like that.
And then basically when we start to actually paint this in, I want us to do kind of what we did with this one. I really want us to just go in with a real light wash, let it dry so that we can come back and work on yours. And then we can come back and work on as much shadow detail as we want without being overwhelmed, right? Like as long as the sketch is done, I feel like we're all in kind of good shape because you're really looking to add more pigment underneath everything else. He does in his coloring on this one in particular. I used some brown tones kind of underneath and some of the marking. Like he had some extra marking on his arm bicep area and kind of tucked under the nose. But you really can kind of play with the colors on him and really do whatever you want that way. I do think the sketch is the hardest part.
Yeah.
And you can also put his little dot eyes in any direction you want. So you could have him looking this way. You could have him looking straight on where they're both in the middle. You can have him looking up. You can really play with where he is looking.
And so his eyeballs, one more time, they're the same color as his body. Like you're going to paint those eyes in there.
I think I brightened them just a little bit. I think that the back, because there's going to be shadow in here because he has kind of these kind of stripe marks. Not that they're actually stripes, but they're
they're kind
lines,
of
they're like line segments in his So
they're
you'll see some of that. You might want to shade that a little bit darker just to make the eyeballs pop a little bit more. But for the most part, it's all the same color. At least this guy is. No, I think Peak Palette, you got some great ideas. Admittedly, I don't know a bunch about this little guy. I just know that I thought he was pretty cool looking and I wanted to try and mimic him. And funny enough, I was like, that can't be so bad. I think it's harder to teach people how to sketch him than it is maybe to draw some of the shapes, but I didn't want to overwhelm people with just a loose painting like I did last time. So that's why I kind of leaned into the sketch this time.
I think this guy needs a sketch. He's got some proportions we need to I think.
Yep. So I'm just going to go ahead and lightly erase. Again, hot press.
Yes, we're doing a mantis today, praying mantis.
Yes. So I'm going to just kind of lighten this up so that when I paint it, it's not completely loaded with graphite underneath.
Oh, Lucy says, I love them. Yeah, they're very special, aren't they, these little guys? I mean, really, there should be more things like that in society just to keep the patriarchy down. But we'll just not talk about I would love to do a series all on which bugs, eat their mate. Because I know there's a few sea creatures too as well. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. Just to put a little perspective back into society sometimes.
Yes. Yes. I love it so much.
It's cute. I can't decide what color I want to do.
I love that you're doing that. What'd you say?
I can't decide what color I want to do. I think, okay.
Okay, so just a
what green are you using?
I'm probably going to use maybe more of a lime yellow green, kind of like what I did with this, but just not with the blue. Okay. So probably something like that color. So I would start with the lemon yellow and then add some very light greens to it kind of as I'm going through. And then for those of you who are unfamiliar, a white wash is when you add water, like lots of water, to a colored pigment so that there's a lot of transparency on the page. Okay. And then the brushes I'm using are my Meeden brushes. This is a quill, but I also have these smaller ones because I don't have a tiny quill one, and this will be good for detail. I feel like I need to erase this a little bit more.
Watch it. Watch what? What? Okay, I don't know. Just like, I don't get
You're
it.
so funny
All right.
because you like catch the back end of conversations and then you really like you don't really look that deep back into what the conversation was initially. Like,
Well, Johnny
but
keeps popping in and out. He was gone and now he's back. I can't tell when he's gone.
I just think it's funny. Like there were some times, I think maybe it was over the weekend, where you'd be like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "Dude, go back and look at the comments." But you're also
How far back can you really go though? Like I'm trying to paint, you know.
I know. I understand.
Especially if I'm doing my wet on wet. All right, we're going in here. Oh, I'm not sure about this crotch.
I love that you keep calling it a crotch.
Oh, he's very crotchy. Mine is. Oh, Johnny didn't like the patriarchy stuff. Sorry.
Really? Yeah.
The eating the.
Then he needs to stop hanging out with women because that's not going away.
I mean, it's a pretty powerful. I remember like even learning about praying mantis when I was little and be like, what? It eats the part, you know. It eats its mate.
Yeah, I just remember being very impressed by that and thinking.
Me too. I remember thinking, good, like check yourself.
I just had a moth fly on my face. That's pretty awesome.
A what?
A moth.
Oh.
Yeah. We're constantly fighting with pantry mobs. Like I think I get them all and then they come back.
Ew.
Yeah, it's annoying. They're not my faves. I actually don't mind moths in general, but I just don't want them in my house.
Yeah, outside they're fine. They're pretty.
Yeah. Right.
Go hang out by the light bulbs outside.
Right.
Okay. And it has kind of these like stripes on the belly, right? Or underneath his butt.
Yeah, so it's almost like the like you know like the segments on a turtle belly. It's kind of got that vibe a little bit, or almost like lobster belly. I don't know. It's just got these like segments underneath that separate it.
That's a good idea, Lucy. She said we should do butterflies one day. We could do moth vs butterfly.
Peak Palette Creatives is like, bruh, I'm literally a man and I want the patriarchy gone. Like, bruh, I'm tired of old men. For sure, dude.
Me too. Like, fuck it. I can't even.
I know.
I've got a lot to say, but I won't say it now. It's probably not the time.
Ward says, I got a Zevo light that plugs in an outlet and it gets the gnats and other little bugs. I have a couple of them around the house. But for whatever reason, just when I think I get them, I actually have these also, what do you call them? They're like little sticker pantry moth strips where basically they pick them up and the moths get stuck to them because of the pheromones in it. Like they get attracted to it and then they stay there and then they can't go anywhere and reproduce. The problem is moths can reproduce on their own. They don't need a partner. They're, asexual? I don't know what you would call that. But yeah, it's annoying because even if I think I've got them, they can just like make more. And yeah, CJ have had the same problem. They love nuts. They love grains. They just get into all that nuts? Stuff. Ew. Yep. They absolutely do. And it's super annoying.
We just have ants everywhere. It's a major issue. Like you have to seal. You can't just have like a regular sugar container or anything like that, or like a honey jar. You know, my mom has made this really nice honey jar and I can't use it because everything has to be like actually like vacuum sealed or else the ants like we threw out 3 boxes of cereal yesterday. Yeah, because the ants got to all of them. They didn't take my organic gluten-free stuff, but they got all the kids.
That was nice of them.
I was like, thank you. No one wants my organic gluten-free cereal. Fine. I mean, that was the expensive one, but Lucy, I say a lot on my other lives. I think I'll just hold it in on this tutorial, but you know, the patriarchy starts in the house. Let's just say that. It starts at home. Yeah. It goes from there.
Well, Peak Palette Creative just said, like, I don't understand how the individual who carries us humans for 9 months makes a bad leader. Correct, sir. Correct. I mean, it's just wild to me personally that like no matter what
Yes, we
political
are doing
party
it. Yes, we
you're
are.
affiliated with, that we have yet to have a female in this country become president. Like that
It's
is wild to
crazy.
me. I don't understand. Like all over the world, you're seeing women in leadership roles, and we still, as a country, cannot handle voting for a female. And I don't care what political party you're associated with. Why are there not more women on the ticket? You know,
Hmm. Because it's the way that society keeps women at
100%
home.
CJ just said it's trad wives and Catholics. Women are the problem. They're the ones voting for them. They're voting for men all the time because they vote for what their husbands vote for. And I'm like, oh, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating.
There's so many problems with your country. I can't even think we'd have enough time
I know.
on this live.
I
But there's a
know.
problem with all of North America. So in Australia, it's actually illegal not to vote. So I have a hard time with Canadian and American voting systems because you're just not getting the whole
No.
country's opinion. And
Yep.
then some people just say, oh, well, it doesn't matter, so I'm not going to vote. So, but in Australia, it's actually illegal not to vote, which is
That's wild.
amazing because you get the actual country's real perspective on things because everyone had to vote. Like everyone,
Yep.
you get fined if you're like, if you didn't vote, you actually get a fine, like a parking ticket, and it's a lot. So like you have to register early, even if you're out of country. So my husband lived away for 11 years and he still had to vote. I mean, he
Interesting.
wanted to.
Right.
But yeah, it's a thing. When you turn 18, you are voting. That's part of, I just don't see how society functions if you don't actually get the
It's
real.
crazy.
I don't understand. And I actually think they do it on purpose. Of course they do that on purpose. Of
Yeah.
course they
Yep.
make it so like people just don't care or they brainwash people. Anyway, we
Right.
we don't have to talk about it all, but
No.
let's make it illegal not to vote. And then we can talk about who is actually voting for who, It's so hard to know.
Correct.
So hard to
Okay,
know.
I'm gonna go in and just do the tree branch, but at this point, I'm gonna let him dry. And I love the
tree branch?
colors in him. I think the colors are fabulous. I think he looks great.
I want to do like translucent eyes. I think that's weird, but I'm not going to fill in my eyes. I don't know why. I just want them to be creepy and see-through.
Yeah, do it. Do
Mine
it.
are going to be like, that's why mine looks a bit funny. So I'm just actually like pulling some real translucent vibe here.
Cool.
Oh yeah. Oh, look how creepy. Ooh, look.
It's probably gonna bleed in there, isn't it? Like a little bit.
It's going to bleed a little, which I want.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to go a little bit. Look at him. He's pretty cute. Melanie says, I put all my pantry items in plastic or glass containers. What's hermetic lids? I don't know what that is. Hermetic lids? Are those ceiling lids? Wow, you did your
Like isn't hermetic some sort of bug term? I feel like it is.
Oh, are there actual bug lids? I don't know
Maybe.
anything, but Australia definitely needs to get them. Come on.
I don't ever remember having issues until we moved into the city with pantry mobs. Like we never had that when we were in our other house.
Oh, ceiling lids.
I don't know. I'm not sure what it is. What'd you say?
Oh, Mel says, yep, they're just ceiling lids.
Yeah.
Lids that seal. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay. And then I'm just going to throw in some wet on wet, like a couple of other colors just to make this a little bit more interesting. And then we can move on back to your cicada. I need to be done by 9, just so you know. I have to be done by 9.
Yep.
Which I know is not 9 for you. I know it's 11 for you, but I just wanted the heads up on that. So
Okay, well, let's get moving on.
okay.
I'm just going to let my branch dry. So, hey, Deanna. I'm trying to think what I want to do first. I think what I first want to do is
Me
my
too,
eyeball.
CJ. Me too. Okay. I'm going to put him over on the side now. All right. We're back to our cicada.
Back to the cicada. Make sure it's dry. Mine's actually not.
Mine is.
I'm going to do my eyeballs, and then I'm going to start doing the patterns on his back. So I'm going black. I'm going black eyeballs, but you could mix a bit of indigo in there if you want. And just make sure you leave a highlight, like a nice big white space, or you can go back in after.
In the same direction?
Yeah, so I'm actually going to leave 2. That's my highlight. I'm going to leave 2 highlights in my eye. Hey, Deanna. What is it?
I need to
Yeah.
shrink my brush down. It's too big.
So I am keeping like my eyeballs in line with my square this time just because I think it's cute. So that's what my eyeballs starting to look like.
Okay. And mine's
But you don't
popping
have
off
to.
the
Mine are
side.
bulby. These ones are bulby. You can do whatever. They do bulb a bit, but I'm trying to do, I don't know. I just wanted to try something different.
Yeah.
You can bulb it up.
It's bulbing.
It's bulbing. So you're fully back at school?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So it's good. Like
How are your
I'm happy
kids?
to be back. No, they're good. I like them.
Okay.
I'm happy to be back, but I'm tired. Like I
It's a
got
lot.
like 12,000 steps in today, and I'm not.
Ugh,
I've been
that's a lot.
pretty low key over the summer because I've been doing so much art. So for me, I just haven't been as mobile as all of that. And so now that I'm
Your body's like,
around all day and I'm on lunch duty, like it's, I'm busy.
Oh, you have to do lunch duty.
Yeah. So I'm much more on my feet than I used to be. So my body is physically tired. And tomorrow we have open house. Yeah, I'm East Coast peak palette. Chelsea lives in Australia, so she has her own like time zone all to herself.
It's Tuesday here, 10:30 in the morning.
Yep.
So I dropped a big shadow right in between his head and his body.
Okay.
I really wanted to do that. And then I'm going to show you how I'm going to do my pattern. I'm just going to you can do whatever pattern you want, but I'm going to do like 2 semicircles, elongated semicircles right in the middle. You guys, I'm using indigo, but you guys can do whatever you want. And then don't worry because the wings are going to cover up some of this stuff, but let's just get that pattern in. Actually, the wings might not go there. We do have these kind of like, and then 2 little half circles kind of on the side beside them, like that. Does anyone see that? That's just what I did on mine. But you can do whatever. You can do circles. You can do stripes. They do have some pretty crazy patterning. They're like the puffer fish. They've got some like pretty, depending what cicada you're painting. So yeah, you can go crazy there. You could even add like, maybe I'll do like a little line coming up here.
I feel like after putting in that shadow underneath, I do need to use some of my heat gun. Otherwise, the detail on top will not work from me. So I'm just going to do that in just a second. So not trying to be rude. I adore you.
No worries. That's my pattern. That's just kind of what I am doing. And I might even, I know I'm probably going to struggle to do my wings now, but I'm going to try. Who else is still painting with us? Anyone? Is anyone still hanging out?
I love his eyes. He's got like the highlights are like such a weird like white band that feels really
Oh yeah, those are cute. Yeah, I like the stripey highlights. Okay, cool.
Are you CJ? Good for you.
CJ's painting?
He's painting both, yeah.
Nice. So I just went in and I gave a little bit of like speckling onto his head, back with that cobalt blue. So you see how he's kind of turning green? So I just speckled up his head a little bit. Just a few little dots, a little dry brush action, but you can do whatever mixed media you want. And then, yes, let's go in with the wing. So I'm going to break this wing down a little bit. Maybe we should sketch the wing. You know what? I'm going to sketch on top of the bug. So we're going to pull the wing down. I don't know if I said this to everyone, but the wings come down like another inch past his butt. Do you have much room on your paper?
Underneath, yes.
Oh, good. Perfect. See, so the wings are huge on the cicada. So they do like come way past his little rattles. And I think we should kind of sketch out the wing. So they start right at the neck and they come in towards the center and then they swoop out quite long here. Kind of like that. I don't know if anyone can see what I'm doing, but I'll show you guys my sketch. And they're going to go over top of that back leg. Mine is anyway. Over top of the back leg and come all the way down and swoop back up. And they connect right at the corner of where his head starts. So this is a pretty good, even though I don't like this one as much, but this is a pretty good
You like
wing
the shape of the wings on that?
I like the shape of the wings, how they come down like another third almost. They kind of scoop out. You can go over top of your bottom leg if you want, but they connect right here. So you're still going to save this pattern in here. You can kind of see it.
Okay.
And then these are super simplified wings, by the by. They have really complicated, almost moth wings, but I kind of simplified them. So we've got one kind of like almost like a peace sign, if you can think about it that way. Got one kind of right in the center, and then two peace signs, one coming like directly straight, and then one swooping towards the body.
So it covers over this bottom leg, yes?
Yeah, it's going to go over the bottom leg. Yeah. Like this one. I made it go right over the bottom leg.
Okay.
And that's what my drawing is too. You guys can see my drawing, but I kind of just covered. I started right at the top. It comes into the center. They almost touch right about halfway through, and then they swoop back out. And then you can pull in like this weird, funky peace sign. I mean, you can do whatever wings you guys want, but this is kind of a simple way to do it. Is just do this like little peace sign. So just three. So one coming down right into the center, one swooping towards the body, and then one coming straight down like that. Oh, Mel's still doing dishes. Good on you, Mel. Get them done. I like doing laundry to Johnny's lives.
I have so much laundry to do, and I haven't even touched it.
I really don't like doing laundry. It's kind of my nemesis. I don't mind.
I mean, it's not my favorite for sure, but I would rather do laundry than other things. So.
No, really, it's my worst.
Well, because at least I can sit and listen to an audiobook while I'm folding things.
Yeah, I don't mind folding, but we do so much drying. You know what I hate is taking the wet clothes and separating it and hanging. That's like my worst part. Oh, Deanna's painting some fall stuff. Cool. I'd love to see it.
Yes, please share.
So with these wings, we're going to be using like dirty water on the outside, and then we're going to use some white reflections when it goes over top of his body. So that's what I'm going to outline it kind of with like broken indigo / you could also just use green. Maybe I'll use green.
For the wings, I'm thinking of using green for these wings, but
yeah, I'm thinking I might do green. These ones I did like a mixture. And then while the outlines are wet, I actually go in there with my dirty water, and I got some kind of cool bleeds when I touched some of the line work on the wings. I kind of like that vibe. Then we're going to let that dry and add the white reflectors after, and then we're done. Okay. So
just be real careful, right? Because you don't want to like scrub out anything you've already painted underneath.
Yeah. Make sure this body's dry, guys. It's pretty important if you want this like translucent look. Oh, thanks, Chris. These are so charming goddess bugs. Aren't they beautiful? The cicadas I really like your eyes, and your patterns are cute. Looks like she's wearing like a frill, like a necklace.
It does. It does.
It's cute.
Absolutely.
Really cute. Let's do, what am I going to do? I might do like a blue. So, don't be scared. It is scary to paint over top of your painting, but
just make sure it's real water and don't scrub. Like, don't go like this. Just go over it once or twice and then let it dry. Because if you scrub, it's definitely going to erase what's going on underneath.
Yeah, don't scrub. Just do some line work. Just outline your wings. And that's why I kind of wanted to like simplify it with that peace sign, because then you can kind of just fill in that with some dirty water around that peace sign.
Mm-hmm.
It took me a couple of tries to do these wings. I was kind of stressed out. I was like, what's going on? These wings are pretty funky. Okay, let's swoopy doopy.
And just to be clear, everybody, Chelsea and I generally don't get this done in one shot. Like for the most part, we come up with 3 or 4 different versions of this before we actually bring it to tutorial. Like I know with mine, like I did this one with the praying mantis, which
Ooh, I
I
love the
liked.
flowers.
I know I liked, but then I'm like, it's too much. It's too much. So I had that one, and then I had another one. I think it's
Uh-oh,
in
Johnny
here.
scrubbed.
What? What?
Johnny's like, shit, I scrubbed. He's not even
Oh,
painting. He's not
okay.
even painting. He's
I
just,
did this
yeah.
one. This was based on a painting that CJ sent me of one that he actually took a photo of.
Ooh, I love
And
the yellow.
I started it and I'm like, that's cool, but he looks like Johnny number 5. Do you remember that movie?
No.
You don't
Is that
remember?
a robot?
Yes, yes. Johnny number 5 came from, oh God, what was it called? Short Circuit from the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
And he was the robot. And doesn't the face look like Johnny number 5 with the 2 like eyes?
Yes.
Right?
They
And
are
I'm
creepy,
like,
though.
it's cool, but I'm like, oh my gosh, he looks like Johnny number 5 and I can't not see it.
I think he just needs his nose or his little, a little triangle, and it'd be
Yeah,
perfect.
but like this is his mouth right here. Like it's the face on here.
Oh, it's facing
So like
that way.
you're not seeing the little nose because you're facing him. So
Oh my God.
it's
So
cute.
yeah, annoyingly, mine was still wet. So here's like, people, this is annoying, but mine was still wet. And so I didn't get this nice line. So I'm just going to like wait and probably fill that in after the tutorial's over. Because mine was still wet.
Well, I can still see all of my pencil work under the wings, which I kind of
Yeah.
hate, but
I
that's
think
okay.
it's good to sketch on top.
Yeah, I'll probably use some mixed media over the top to kind of hide that so people don't notice it.
Ooh, I like your wings. They're cool.
I like the yellow wings. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go over it with pencil or with pen though, probably.
Julia.
Oh, they're in my purse or my bag because I didn't want anybody to touch them.
So I'm using dirty water in between my wingies. Dirty water.
Dirty water. I love dirty water because
I like dirty water too.
there's no expectations. Like, was it you?
And it works really perfect for what you were already using.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's going to be cohesive if you use your dirty water from what you just painted. That's why I was like, start with clean water because then we can use the dirty. It always usually kind of blends in because we kind of used those colors before.
Yeah.
Mine, I'm frustrated because mine's still a little wet, but oh, actually, maybe I can do my white. Is yours? No, yours is
Mine is what?
wet. Your wings.
Yeah, they're wet. I'm just going in
Okay.
with watercolor pencil at this point because it doesn't really matter. And then I'll go over with more watercolor pencil to darken up some of those wing lines, I think. Because
Yeah, so
like I said, it
essentially
doesn't
just at
matter.
the end, if we don't get time, if your guys are still wet, you just start putting like really like fine white strokes over top
Yeah.
of your wings, over
And you
top
can
of the
do
whole
that
body.
with like white gel pen or you could do it
Yeah.
with this. I will probably do it with this.
That's the one I'm going to use,
Yeah.
Or you could do it with, a pen or a crayon.
Yeah.
You do you. But it's pretty important that the white on after. But make sure
Color
it's
shift paints would look really good on those wings. So if you have any shimmers too, that could be a real vibe. Or I know, CJ, you have those like glow in the dark ones. That could be a real cool too.
Ooh, that'd be
Glow in the
fun.
dark.
Totally. They
Yeah.
always come out at night, these cicadas. Well, they do here, the cicadas.
They do. Hi, Sophia. Guys, don't forget to tap if you're not painting. We want other people to see what we're doing too. I'm going to switch over because it's already, I got like 20 minutes left. So,
Okay, we can always just add white after. So the last thing you need to do.
okay. So I'm going to go.
He has so much work to do. Okay.
Do what you need to do, friends. No big deal. Take your time. I'm going to come in here and just add some more of this type of green. And maybe a little brown, because see like how I added some brown on here too, just to some of the bits. And then it's really, again, it's the line work over the top. So you're just going in and you're adding like line work and maybe some like under shadows. And if you pay attention to some photos, maybe you want to put some lines on the nose. Maybe you want to put some under shadows on the eyeballs to make them pop a little bit more. Notice how I changed the color on the antenna. So the whole antenna isn't just one color. It's the green and the brown. So do what you like to do. I'm just going to lean into trying to find my line work and build up some pigment behind so that some of it pops. So
what brown did you use? Is that burnt sienna?
For the brown?
Yeah, what brown is that?
Yeah, it's a burnt sienna for sure.
Okay.
And if you're not familiar with watercolor, generally, anytime you go in with the same pigment over the same spot, it will darken up underneath to create shadows with the same color that you were using. And I would put some under the chin. I'm going pretty heavy with pigment right now, but I would go in and then just clean my brush and then drag some of that paint down and drag some of this paint over with just some water, clean or dirty, it doesn't really matter. But it starts to build up some of those shadows. Also, I don't want to forget that we're going to definitely be adding those, like, not that they're teeth, but those little sharp spikes on the bottom of his arm here. This is really one of the few places you're going to see it is in here. So I'm just making little teeny tiny brush strokes for that part because I feel like that's kind of a significant bit. Hey, Danny. What did your hubs get done towards the Halloween decor today? He didn't do anything today. He generally kind of sticks to the weekends on that. But I don't know who said it. Somebody said that my husband looks like George Clooney, and I openly laughed. And my husband said he's like George Clooney after he has a stroke. And I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
You're ridiculous, but he's funny, right? So then he asked my kids today, because my kids don't know who George Clooney is. And he's like, do I look like this guy? And it was a picture of George Clooney. And they're like, yeah. And so now he's all like, I look like George
Now he's got a puffed up ego.
And I'm like, dude, if you're George Clooney, you're taking me to your lake house in Como Lake, and that's where we're going. And he's like, probably not. But and I'm like, so your best friend, I'm gonna start calling him Brad Pitt. And he's like, yeah. He was so into it. It's hilarious. I'm like, dude, you do not look like George Clooney. You have the same eyebrows as George Clooney.
I was gonna say he's got like the similar like hair and
coloring, maybe like
thick hair.
Yeah. So, but he was so pleased. Like last night when he said he's like maybe after having a stroke, and I'm like, that sounds like my husband. And then this morning when he was all like, no, let's see what the kids think. And then the kids were all okay. And then the kids were like, yeah, you kind of do look like him. And he was so pleased. He's like, tell your people that I look like George Clooney. Like, what? Like, maybe not.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I do really value and respect your husband's desire for Halloween decor, though. I have to say,
yes.
It's always very impressive, and I'm always excited to see it.
Yes. So he actually, what he has done right now is already scaring people.
Oh my God.
We have right now, he's got like the ghouls hanging from trees, and some of the ghouls make noise. So when I was painting yesterday for my tutorials this week, like all of the spooky witch stuff that I've started posting, I heard a grown man, I heard him scream outside the windows. And he was like, oh my God, and like swore and cursed. And it was so funny. And my husband's like, yes.
Well, don't you guys have an old car, or is that not you guys?
No, we don't have
with
an
a
old car.
Clown that comes out. No, that's not you. I thought you had an old car.
No,
that's not you.
He talked about having like sitting in his car and jumping out at people on actual Halloween.
That's what it was.
Maybe, but
totally thought he got an old car.
Chris Piper thinks I look like Reese Witherspoon. Cindy, you're the one who told me. Yeah, Cindy's the one who said he looked like him for sure. So Chris, you are not the first person who has told me I look like Reese Witherspoon. I've heard that many, many times, especially when I was thinner. But I remember when I met my husband, I don't remember what we were talking. It was like one of our first dates, I want to say. And he was just like, and I'm like, yeah, because I don't know what he's talking about. But I think I was talking about a Reese Witherspoon movie offhandedly. And he's like, who's that? And I'm like, you don't know who Reese Witherspoon is? He's like, should I? And I'm like, well, the benefit is that you're not going to tell me I look like her, which, is a compliment. She's not a bad looking woman by any means. But at the same time, it's like, well, I'm not. So, I can't tell you how many dates I went on when I was single where they're like, you look like Reese Witherspoon. I'm like, can you stop, please? I'm not Reese Witherspoon. Good luck to you. All right.
I'm just trying to think if there's any Reese Witherspoon and George Clooney movies. Do they have one that
I
they do
don't think
together?
so. I don't think so.
Hmm.
I will,
That'd be
Chris. I will. Yep. So Reese Witherspoon and George Clooney. That's it. All right. And you can see, like, basically Chelsea's going in with what I'm guessing is like, is that like indigo or Prussian blue or something?
I actually went in with a turquoise.
Did
I
you?
wasn't going to do that. So I was like, oh, I'll just use a darker. But I chose not to go indigo. I went in with a turquoise. I'm trying to think which turquoise that is. It's a Winsor Newton. Where is it? Oh, I think it's this one. No, it's not. Just a second. I do have it somewhere. Blah, 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 blah. It's a nice one. I don't use it very often. It's kind of one that I don't match, but I thought it would match this one pretty well. I don't know where it is.
Feel free to add paint in those joints, just like Chelsea had us do earlier, because that's where you're going to see those shadows. Definitely in the toes or the little feet.
I don't know, but that's the color.
We can, you know what we could call them? We'll call it their little feet, praying mantis beans, because that's what we call our cat feet, praying mantis feet.
I have a reference and I've just added some. They seem to, same like the crab, they seem to have some of these little furry things on their ankles. So I just did that. That was kind of, and same on this little foot. But yeah, that's just what I saw on my little reference. Although my iPad's kind of acting weird now. Oh, what's happening here? Here we go. Oh, I just lost my reference. That's cool.
Sorry, friend. But yeah, if you want to add those little spiky things on the bottom parts.
They have the spikes on the, you got on both your arms, like on the inside and then the outside.
It's not on this. You can't see them on the little teeny tiny part. You can definitely see them on this part here.
Okay.
And they have like a stripe almost on that arm. So if you want to make a stripe above the little spiky things, you can do that. I feel like I'm losing this a little bit here. I'm going to sharpen that up.
How are your kids doing at their first week of school? Are they?
They're okay. They're okay. Happy to see their friends. That's about it. Happy to see their friends. We're having busing issues. I had to go and pick them up after work today because the bus is not. My husband.
It's not up yet?
Yeah, well, it's just they don't have drivers. Nobody wants to be a bus driver because it's a sucky job. Like, it's
honestly,
hard.
I kind of want to be a bus driver. I've always wanted to be one.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I wouldn't want to drive with a bunch of lunatics behind me, not following the rules. Like, even with cameras in there and stuff, like, it's hard. Kids are hard.
Yeah.
And then to have to try and drive safely in weather and all that stuff, no thanks.
That's true. Maybe not winter bus driver.
Right.
Just do the summer sesh.
Yeah.
Our bus driver was so mean growing up. He actually he would get pretty mean and like pick kids up by their collar. Like it was like 80s style.
Yeah. Bye, Pete.
Pretty intense.
Oh, thank you. I'm trying to get that lower segment to stand out, but it's hard because you want like to see all the legs, right? But you also want to like include some shadow in here. So it's just it's a tough little bug to get all the deets, but that's okay. We're getting there.
We're getting there. We're getting there. I feel like I'm almost done. I just want to add. Yeah, I did a lot of brown on mine. I kind of like it. Like I put a lot.
Yeah, I think the brown is cool. Oh, you do have that iridescent. Are you going to add eyeballs to it? He looks unhappy. Is he a sad bug?
My guy looks unhappy?
Yeah, he has an unhappy face. Do you see it?
Oh, that's his nose. I'm going to blend it.
I know, but it looks unhappy. You see it, right?
Oh yeah. Oh,
yeah, he looks like sad.
I think he's sad. He just killed his partner. He's like, oh, whoops.
He's like, I didn't mean to kill them. I just wanted to like teach them a lesson.
Yeah, just wanted to keep him in line.
Yep.
Yeah, didn't use a safe word. All right.
He's like, who's gonna do the laundry now?
Yeah, who's gonna freaking make dinner? This is annoying. Men are in the kitchen. All right, we won't start. I like my branch. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to just do like a tiny little dot in there. I think of that dark green. I just don't want it to bleed. Is that dry? This was fun. This was hard, but it was fun. I'm glad we did a simpler one. Well, I don't know how simple mine was, but I thought it was pretty simple.
Yeah. No, I think yours was pretty simple. I think yours, it takes time because of the wings, but I think it was pretty simple.
Yeah. I think anything with that top-down perspective is,
Yeah,
relatively
I agree with
attainable
you.
for a beginner, for sure.
Yep.
Okay, does anyone want to show us their bug? Who's on here? Heidi, are you on here? Is Heidi there?
I don't know if she's on mine or not.
I thought I saw her, but
She was around for a little bit. I don't know if she's still there.
oh, she's here. Yep. How's it going? Are you done? How's your buggy? How's your bugger?
I'm adding some not burnt sienna. No, burnt umber. I don't know. I'm adding umber. Umber is what I'm adding.
Some sort of umber. Yep.
Some sort of umber, kind of like that brown, the brown bits in here.
Mm. Okay. So did you say you have grade 7s this year or no?
I do for lunch duty, but otherwise I'm just 6th.
And they weren't there before, the grade 7s?
I mean, they've always been around, but I've never had lunch duty before because I lucked out my entire career. And this year I have it. And initially, initially I was supposed to have it with the 6th grade, which I did. But then they realized the 6th grade was good to go and they needed more help in the 7th. So they put it over. Yeah.
I don't even, how old is that? 13?
Hi, Ashley. Yeah, they're 12. I mean, it's a whole different, like I'm telling you, Chelsea, when they hit 12, it's like a whole new world. Like I've never, it's very interesting watching my daughter in her 12s. It feels like a different monster for sure.
Scared. Yeah.
Yep. Be scared. Be prepared.
Be prepared. I'm adding polka dots.
Do it.
I'm adding polka dots.
Do it.
Just because I just want his belly to be a little bit.
Hi, Lilith. All right.
Oh, Lilith sent a photo. Oh, I'm inviting Heidi. Let's just quickly show hers. Did that work? Oh, there you are.
Oh my God. Look at how cutie he is.
I love it. I love
it's a girl.
Oh, she. Oh, look at the eyelashes.
Oh my God.
It's so
cute. The girl. The other guy's dead.
You did a really good job with the what is it? The thorax, the bottom part. You did really good with that.
Yeah, it's super cute.
With this, I added.
Yeah, like the underbelly part. Oh, that looks cool too.
Ooh, I love your cicada. Aren't they fun? I just loved this. Yeah. I was going to do a stick bug, and then I was like, no, that's too similar to the mantis. And then I was like, oh, maybe a cricket. But yeah, I love the cicadas. They're so pretty.
Yeah, I think you did amazing.
Thank you.
How did you feel about it? Did you feel good when you were working on it?
Yeah, I just got lost with the color. I didn't have the same like green. So
Yeah.
It was a little hard with the green.
You did great though.
Thank you.
That looks awesome.
Okay, I'm leaving.
All right, bye, Heidi.
Thanks, Heidi. Yeah, I think we're done. Are we done? I'm going to add some white.
I need to
I
go
think mine's
back
dry.
to your little buggy because this needs to dry anyways, and I'll probably just finish it up another time. Like,
Yeah, I'm happy with I think I'm going to leave mine there. He's kind of loose, and I kind of like it like that.
yeah, I like him.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
it.
I like him. I'm gonna come in here and add a few more beats.
Just want to do some white now that this is dry. How's it going, CJ? Do you want to pop in here? Is he there?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think I only have Heidi here painting. Oh no, Lilith's painting. Oh, she sent a photo. She
Oh,
must have
hi,
sent it to
Holly. We are just finishing up. I don't
Oh,
really
sorry,
know.
Heidi. You didn't have to go. Oh.
I don't know if I want to use this yellow. This yellow might be too much. Can I see your wings again? Just the line work on them.
Yep. Oh, this one actually shows it a bit better.
Okay, so you kind of like scoop in here a little bit for both. You said something about peace sign?
Yeah, this peace sign here. So you kind of come down, like kind of halfway,
Okay.
and then like this little peace sign is kind of easy to remember. This one's more straight though. And that one swoops into towards the body. That's just kind of how I did it. I thought it was easy
Okay.
to remember that.
Hi, Mom.
Hi,
I
bud.
really like your color, your lime. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, I think the lime turned out really good. I think it's the turquoise that I added to the yellow. So going in with that yellow base, I think made a lot of difference for sure.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Let's see. I have 5 minutes, so I'm going up in 5, okay? Oh, you just bumped my head. Yeah.
So your daughter's in grade 7? No.
Yep.
Is she? Oh.
Yep. I have a 6th grader and a 7th grader. And I worried that the 6th grade thing was going to be rough because I teach 6th grade. So I was like, oh, how bad is this going to be? It wasn't bad at all. And then the summer happened and I was like, oh, God, this is not what I expected.
Right. Yikes.
So yeah, it's just it's that whole like suddenly
Like clicky?
No, it's trying to manage the fact that they're not an adult and they feel like one. And they feel like you should treat them like one and they should be able to do all the things they want to do because they see you as an equal. Like in their brains, they see you as an equal. And there are just some things they can't do yet. And trying to like maintain the balance of being someone they, love and respect and want, hugs and kisses and all of those things, but also they feel, they don't like the restrictions, right? They don't like the restrictions. They want, they want more freedom, but at the same time, I can't give them all the freedom. The one thing that honestly helped me with my daughter the most was when she got to sit in the front seat, because now she does feel a little bit more like she's on the same playing field and the other two can't be up there. That's going to be a problem when the other one gets old enough to go up there too. So we'll see.
Oh yeah, I get it. That's kind of a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also because they're such close in age that she wants to feel different and have the things.
Yeah. It's honestly, for the most part, it's not even me. I think she and Wayne go head to head on certain things. And I think it's because they're so alike. So I think that's part of it. But I'm so happy with him. Look at him.
Look at him. I love your polka dots. I'm going to do a few of those.
My little freckles. Hey, ever changing. I love adding that ink to the wings. Just a little bit of ink in those intersections.
Yes. Cute.
It makes them pop. I really like it. It still feels like translucent / transparent, but it feels very like see-through.
Yeah, it's super cute. I love how see-through
I really
it is.
love that.
And you added white on top of your...
I haven't put any white on anything. No. I don't know that I need to, honestly.
You may not need to. No.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to come back to him. I'm just going to add a bit more ink just to sharpen up some of those spots.
Oh, I got my sunlight coming in. Yeah, these are fun, aren't they? I like these cicadas. I'd like to do them again in like a different colorway, like oranges.
That sounds fun. I would absolutely make them again.
Yeah, they're really cute. I think it's just their proportions are weird, you know? They've got these like this little square head and then these massive wings. They're pretty cool.
Yep.
Thanks, Mel. Do you all still call it watercolor if you do ink or what is BPW? What? Johnny, you're annoying. What's BPW?
I mean, my version is not entirely watercolor. Mine is mixed media. Chelsea's is more watercolor exclusive because she uses just watercolor for everything.
Yeah, I have pulled out my gel pens a little bit lately, and you're not going to stop me, Johnny. I like my gel pens.
Nothing wrong with the gel pen.
Nothing wrong with the gel. So, yeah, I even wanted like re-wet. I feel like I should have done more broken line on the wings, but at the same time, whatevs.
This one. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna add
finish
some
up a
white.
few last bits here.
Now that Johnny's here, I'm gonna add more white. I'm gonna put some white on his head. Couple little reflections. Oh yeah, did we get your antennas in? I already talked about the antennas, how they're really short, right?
Yes, I put mine in. Mine are actually two different tones. So I've got like the yellow on the bottom and the turquoise on the top.
Okay, cute. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna put a little reflection on my antenna. And here is Alexis here? No, she's not painting with us.
She
is
was. She's been in and out.
I thought she might want to do this cicada. Um, did
Guys,
Christine see my photo?
Right.
Says Lilith.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. Did you see
Who?
Christine Lilith's photo? I guess she sent it to you.
If it's been
hers.
during the live, then no, I haven't
Probably
seen
not.
anything right now. But I will definitely go look at it when I'm done
Can
here.
you post and tag it after? Because I don't know how to see it. My inbox, I can't send photos on TikTok.
No, it's the Australian algorithm thing.
Australia thing.
Which
What's
is
happening there with the old 15th? Is that still happening?
What?
Isn't something happening on the 15th?
Oh, here on the talk.
On the talk?
I'm gonna say
I haven't heard.
I'm gonna say I don't think so. I actually stayed awake pretty late on Saturday night listening to kind of an expert on all of the things, and
Okay.
they said that is why everyone's been getting the violations lately, because TikTok is trying to adhere to the US government's demands when it comes to expectations and how it can be run in order to keep quote unquote Americans safe. So my belief is that you will see more violations, and that TikTok may or may I just my impression is it's not going to go away like anytime soon, based on the live that I saw. And it was somebody who has spoken directly with, and she's pretty well known in the algorithm, but someone who spoke directly with TikTok representatives about it. So she was explaining all the things that TikTok is basically going to come after you for, anything political, basically, all the things that you were already seeing and complaining about, some of that stuff. Certain things that you need to start like saying different things for. I can't even remember all the things. If I do, I'll let you know. But in the meantime, yeah, it sounds like we're gonna stay for a little bit longer, as long as they're doing all the things that the US government wants them to do. And I think it's trash that it potentially impacts other users, because other users don't need to worry about all of the things, but I don't know.
What are you using there? Is that a gel pen?
Yep.
Cute.
Yep.
I think I'm done.
I think I'm just finishing up. I'm just
good. I feel good. I feel like I was nervous about that praying mantis, but I really like him. I
I
kind of
think
like
it-
our. I think
I
our
like the
are
colors
kinda
used.
cool.
I think it's funny that we use pretty much the same colors for almost
Yeah, I
all
like
of
that. I like that
Yeah.
they kind of match.
it. Yep. I do
Kind of
too.
cool color thing.
So we've got this guy and I got this guy. I gotta zoom out so you guys can see
I'll zoom it
them.
out and I'll take a photo. Those are cool.
Yes. And my toilet's in the background. Sorry about that. My little watercolor toilet there. That's better. No, it's not. Hold on. Zoom. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, let me take a photo. And you send us your thingies if you made any thingies, or tag us and I'll repost it. Hello, are you gone? Did you leave? Is it over?
I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I
So
was just
did it
taking a photo and then like cutting the photo down. So
No worries.
alrighty, Rue, friend. I gotta scoot, but
Yeah.
this was fun.
This
I'm
was
not
fun.
gonna lie, I was not in the mood to paint tonight. I told Wayne, I'm like, dude, I do not have the energy. But I'm glad we did. I'm really glad we did.
Yeah, sometimes it's kind of what you need.
Yep.
I'm the same. I've had a really bad 24 hours.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, just with my life. But anywho, yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. Thanks for coming, and we'll chat soon.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. Okay, bye, guys.
Bye, guys.